What's going on, everybody? Vince Goodrum here. It is Tuesday evening. About to head to sleep, so I got some of my nighttime stuff on. And yes, if you notice, I had to get new glasses, new prescription, and everything. So don't mind it. I'm still trying to get used to it. But in any event, I wanted to make this video today just to answer a couple of essential questions. I know I've not been around that much. I've been working on my online sports book and casino. I've been working on other things, been very busy as usual there. Try to do more videos there. I used to film in the office itself there, but now it's back to full capacity. Plus, I really can't speak too loud in there. So, one of the common questions that are out there that I get asked is how much should one person spend on supplements? And I've gotten a lot of crazy answers over the years as far as to how much you should spend on supplements. $100, $200 a month. I hear people spending $300 a month. And, if you have to spend that much money on supplements, well, you're wrong. Wrong. The truth of the matter is that, spending more money on supplements does not equate to a more chiseled physique there per se, or a more bulked up physique. Bodybuilding and fitness starts at the kitchen. So before even considering any type of supplements, the first thing you need to do is get your food right. So if you're eating a lot of junk food, then it doesn't matter what type of supplements you're gonna take. It's just simply not gonna work. You have to make sure you're eating 5 consistent meals a day, and that you're also consistently training. If you skip certain days, you can't pack on any muscle there. Supplements can't automatically add on muscle. They can enhance what you're doing, but you have to also make sure that they work. Now, certain company makes a fake IGF-1. If you go back to my videos, it's pretty clear what I'm talking about. You got to avoid some of these products that claim to be anabolic steroids, but they're really not. They're just bullshit, basically. And they actually sell them more than what real steroids actually would be there. So obviously that doesn't make any bit of sense here. Me personally, right now, because I'm not competing or, I am still training, I take things consistent with my training. I take, glucosamine, I take a cranberry tablet there in order to help with the urinary, take a CQ10 to help with the heart, and those are essentials. And of course, I take a multivitamin. Multivitamin takes care of anything that you don't get nutritiously through regular food. I eat vegetables, but I don't eat that much, and a multivitamin takes care of that. For example, those are my four principal things. Anything else, if I need I don't worry about these fat burners. A lot of it, it's really bad for the heart. Yohimbe will constrict the blood vessels, for example. You combine that along with, all these other gobbledygook things there. You know, it may work for now because it speeds up your heart rate, which increases your metabolism. But believe me, you're going to regret that shit in a later time there because, whenever I was, last show I did there, I actually took some pretty high powered stuff. I did the classic Michael Jackson stack, the ECA stack, and then took that along with DHEA, whole bunch of other stuff. Some stuff that I actually took is now banned from competition there, basically. And, it is what it is. It was legal at the time there, and you could actually use the stuff for drug-free events, but 5, 6 years later, the stuff is banned. But I'm getting off subject here, Unless you're in a bodybuilding competition, that's the only time where you have to consider supplements as a general rule there. Dandelion root dries you out and everything. And I'm just using that as a general example there. But, as far as any supplements, you get your food right first. And then if you take nutritional supplements, take something that is good for the body. Just get your general stuff out of the way. You train a lot. Get some stuff for your fucking joints here. You're going to be eating a lot of food. Get a cranberry tablet, helps out your urinary system. Everything that I take has to deal with basically eating as well as training there. So you want to take supplements that are specific to those particular goals, period. Most importantly, drink some fucking water. A lot of people don't drink too much water there. And it doesn't mean you have to drink pure bottled water if you drink tea, if you drink coffee, or anything like that. And getting on to coffee there, speaking of which, rather than going and fueling up with fat burners and stuff like that, I'll go and make a cup of espresso and I'll use this freaking pot there. This here will make the best stovetop coffee ever. You ought to get one. This is a maca pot. I've had this for many years. It's like $17 there. I'm going to do a video on making a badass cup of coffee with this thing. This thing, I mean, believe me, it extracts, all the richness, the deep flavors, and has a high caffeine count to where, it's just as potent as any other fat burner, except the only difference is, for that, you're only using 8 cents worth of coffee, you know what I mean? Rather than spending, 50, 60 bucks for nutritional supplements. So, very common question. People want to know what the great one thought. Now you know, when knowing is half the battle. And that's all I got to say. What do you think? Document what you got to say in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Vince Goodrum channel, baby. Because all we got is information and mints. Take care.